competitive. So, but I mean, wouldn't it be fun if they just brought out an icebox and like, all right, let's just do this. Let's see what happens.
Yep, map 3 is going to be in the meat locker. Let's do it.
In
there, we got.
Did you call it the meat locker?
I mean, that's an icebox. I don't know what else do you use an icebox for? Milk? I guess.
Bro,
Like,
I mean, I use that for all of my freezies, my peas.
What's a freezy?
You don't know what a okay, all right. So maybe that's a Canadian thing. It's just like those like flavored ice, like little packets.
You mean an ice pop?
Yeah, we call them freezies.
That is a weird name. They're like it's like a frozen Capri Sun almost. That's what it's
exactly.
I mean, that's quite literally what it is. It's like frozen sugar water, but
yeah.
Cool.
And it was delicious, man. I gotta say, when we're out there struggling in that Canadian summer, which is like -5, it's cute. It's we're drinking, we're out there waiting shorts and drinking ice.
Ooh. I'm not a big freezy person.
That's fair.
Really, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like something about the sugar water. Like all those kinds of drinks are just not for me. I want to like it. I don't know. It just doesn't click for me, But you know what does click?
What's that, man?
Gen.G and pistol rounds.
That is very, very true. We were saying it before. Gen.G, they're on the defense yet again, the advantageous side. So the Ascent pick was definitely very likely their pick. So actually, considering he's going to usually go on the defense first with map choices there. So this is, so probably Gen.G did not pick Ascent, was what I'm going to gather. As I had to piece together all the things, when it finally goes ahead and clicks, says it's gonna be rotation coming out from A to B here, Keg.
Detective Ravish is on the case right now, but it looks like they might have found a booze here. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people from Moon Raccoons going on the B side, a full-on takeover. And we do see one of the members of Gen.G kind of have to dial it back a little bit as the Thundered Bolt did not hit anything, but it's gonna be the spike going down. Retake in motion, finding Shawn. That's gonna be huge, and huynh is able to get the refrag there on teammate, but is able to find Jewel. The answer of that is gonna be, well, oh joy. The answer is yes. That's gonna be temperature going down. Sorry, he's ice cold.
Temperature, my brother. What happened? We're not even on an icebox here. You froze up. All right. That was a little bit unfortunate. I didn't see many shots come out from him, but wind is raining fire and hell from the skies. It's 3-2. His name is Alexander, claims a stake on the bottom of Boathouse, and Gen.G take it back.
Yeah, I mean, Gen.G pistol rounds, they go like peanut butter and jelly. Again, usually, statistically speaking, we see Gen.G lose one pistol round per map. Usually. And even then, that might sound like, it's a little bit of a lot. Typically, we see 50-50s. But no, if we want to consider per map and then maybe per series, it's one pistol round out of all of it. And that's a lot of wins for Gen.G.
I mean, we can try to go ahead and see if Moon Raccoons try to go and bring it back. But remember, folks, Gen.G, every single time they've won a pistol round, they've never lost. They have never, ever lost.
And that's a very scary statistic, too. And they don't have to opt for saves, usually. If they win those pistol rounds, they have that early economy. huynh already able to find Profi. Rebo, though, sure finds GMD. But you gotta take huynh off the board. He's able to find another one. Rebo going down. And sure, the spike's gonna go down, but you've already down a versus disadvantage. Player 1 is trying to do what he can. He wants to take control of Heaven again, but can he face up against FIEND? No, the Jetts are so dominant.
And the stinger is stinging, it's biting, it's a gosh darn scorpion. As it says, yes, it's wait, hold on. What sounds do scorpions make?
Do they make sounds? I think
scorpions make sounds, right?
huynh is going to go all over the place. Thunder goes down. Shawn, of course, the Batman Robin duo, able to find another one. And just like that, temperature falls again. That's going to be 2 rounds in a row for Gen.G on the defense, able to take down 2 defuses in a row. So that's going to be a little bit extra economy in the pockets of Moon Raccoons. But if they're able to get that economy, sure, but they need to get the rounds. That's what matters most.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you can try to go ahead and fight it out, make as many animal noises as you want, and sting whoever. But if you don't win, I believe the opposite term is that you lose. Here, Max, correct me if I'm wrong. But as we will go ahead and see with the overall economy, Gen.G, Moon Raccoons, we know they're not the force spies. We know them to go ahead and beat the team. They usually tries to save, and they're going to do exactly that as sheriffs all across the board that we saw before. But as immediately FIEND gets picked up by GMD, looking to continue his streak, but they're going for shares up against Phantoms. If they win this, it would be huge.
That would be huge. GMD already able to find one. That was, what, a second in pretty much. That felt almost immediate. Window has the knives out, and there you go. That's going to be one going down. Profi's going to fall. Is he able to find a second one? Knives out, not quite like the movie. He's going to have actual knives out as Profi's still alive, going uncontested with that ultimate going everywhere. But ALEKSANDAR now is going to be looking towards mid. He's only rocking a sheriff in hand. Yet another save round we see from Moon Raccoons, and, well, knives are going to be out once again as he falls from huynh.
Yes, as of right now too, because you saw previously before, the Sova Profi came in, drive peek, just start on his shoulders. Player one asserting dominance yet against at the side, looking down. He has the hallway cleared. He's the hall monitor that says you can't be going out of here. Where's your hall pass?
Oh, I can't with you. I love you, Ravish. I love you, man.
Hey, thank you, my brother, man. I appreciate you, man.
It's so hard to stay composed with you. Oh, I love it. But huynh, stinger in hand, round number 4, 8-2 already. That's a 4.0 KD. Last game, we saw a similar one coming out from GMD for the most part, but it seems like huyhn's woken up even more. He did play a really slow game in the beginning on Haven, but now he's really seemed to woken up, and they are just going in and tapping heads.
And as right now, with them being already up being 3-0, this is almost exactly very, very close to what we saw last round to there on Haven. You know, with Gen.G completely taking over, the energy and the heads were clear, and all of Moon Raccoons unfortunately just could not flick. But let's see if this is what makes them tick as the shots go plick plick.
I'm curious to see how this is going to go down as well. We do see a lot of mid-control presence coming out from Moon Raccoon's side. From here, we did see a little bit of that last round, but we didn't see so much of a dominance over that. We are seeing an attempted flank, though. Gen.G, I'm sorry, Shawn's able to find Rebo, but is he able to clap? FIEND! No! The clapbacks back and forth. ALEKSANDAR the Great's able to find one, but he gets taken down immediately. That's the story so far, Ravish. So many refrags going in the favor of Gen.G as Profi falls again.
And it is just temperature left.
30 seconds left.
This is, I mean, I know temperature has necessarily been in this position. He's usually been top of the leaderboard, but he peeks out mid, gets shot out. He knows he's right on the stairwell. huynh is waiting for him, ready to right click him yet again. But even he gets huynh, GMD's there as well. The opposing Omen, and catches him right by the arm, gives him a blister. I said, hey, mister.
I mean, they are knocking the wind. They're knocking the wind out of the sails of Moon Raccoons right now. And I hate to say it, but every adaptability Moon Raccoons is bringing out, Ravish, has just not worked. We saw a dominant control take on A the second round. The first round was a dominant take on B. That was the pistol round. Last round, we saw some mid-control presence, but nothing has worked. They are just simply getting outgunned.
Unfortunately, so. Now yet again, Moon Raccoons left out of the back end. Proposing to try to save as a mini peek, and Shawn spots out the Jett, but not actually able to tag her as FIEND. That was a beautiful rotation. Coming at the side through, Mark gets GMD and catches them all. Catches everybody coming through B. That was sick.
Oh yeah, I love that play from FIEND. Unfortunately, that was a little short-lived. He's gonna fall from MkaeL, but he was able to get so much control onto the mid area of the site. But no, it's gonna be super short-lived as player one's able to find a double kill, and huyhn's there to clean it up a little bit. And who do we have alive last again? It's gonna be Temp. And I mean, I saw in Twitch chat, someone said for him to drink his milk, and I mean, yeah, he needs a little bit of it right now. He's gonna be the last one alive in a 1v3 situation. The flank's coming through from huynh, and it is just a rough position to be in. You have no control of the spike at all, and pushing up is gonna be a death sentence, but standing still from huynh is gonna be a death sentence too. Another round for Gen.G.
You know, they say standing is the new sitting, right? As you are opted to pretty much just not lose the same amount of calories. It's the same level of inactivity, and Unfortunately, that's what I saw. Although right at the beginning, Moon Raccoon started off to a very, very hot start. It was absolutely insane, I gotta say. And one of the first times I've seen a player like FIEND do that.
That's
Coming out
true.
to market like immediately and catch everybody coming in from the side of A, right? But then immediately after, he needed to at least capitalize on like get more than 1 kills, try to give him a man advantage. Instead he got traded. He expunged the ultimate. He gave away a lot of utility and also gave away the position, and also with Cypher wanted to commit, giving Gen.G so much information that it was just a matter of execution for Gen.G. They needed to play the standard Valorant, which they so excel at.
And we're seeing those same mistakes again. We're seeing a lot of individual 1v1s on Moon Raccoon's end, being taken down, but ALEKSANDAR's able to take control of A side. Can he get to the top? No, huynh with a triple is able to clean up the whole entire site with the help of Gen.G with a double kill of his own. That's going to be another round for Gen.G. And you're right, Ravish. Let's go back even further, too, is that early on, we saw Moon Raccoons get 2 plants in a row, and they were forcing Gen.G to go in those post-plant situations that we haven't really seen them kind of be in before. They were in unfamiliar territory, but even then, they still cleaned up house, albeit with, you know, lower weaponry, you could say, specters, pistols, and all of the shebangs. But now we're going to see another save round coming out from Moon Raccoons, and this is save round, I think, number 3. Things are getting a little dire here.
Yeah, they're stuck in what I like to call that going to be ping pong economy, but they really get caught out. Profi comes on in. Why would you? Oh, that's a kill. I find in my opinion this should not have happened. And I understand Moon Raccoons, they play very aggro, they play very aggressive, they try to catch out their opponents by surprise if possible, you know, with the early onset aggression. But I feel like Gen.G at that point is very used to that because they themselves have done that.
You gotta keep in mind too that Shawn and huynh are off the board this round. That's gonna leave all pretty much on the aggressive shoulders of Gen.G to really help find a lot of these frags. This team too are also really good, but they're support players. They're able to hold it back a little bit and look out for these flanks. You can see them watching for B and A main as Gen.G walks around trying to see what he can to help alleviate some of that pressure. Temperature, almost getting the spike in hand, is gonna be looking to see what the next best avenue is, and all of Moon Raccoons are going to be split up, looking to see what they can scout out, and this might be a little bit trouble for the Sova as the breach approaches. This is going to be a very close 1v1, a Marshall in hand for ALEKSANDAR. MkaeL
30
not
seconds
too
left.
far behind, but it's going to be a matter of who finds that angle first and whether or not the Vandal can find the head.
Yeah, ALEKSANDAR is here as no they are there, but he should have definitely went ahead and heard that rupture with that ground shaking, everybody quaking. Comes out of white, gets spotted out by temperature. I don't want to go and raise the quick point that you said there before, Keg, is that
10
with
seconds
huynh,
left.
along with Shawn
Spike
being
planted.
down, both of those players on the side of Gen.G, they're the main playmakers. They're who Gen.G look to when they want to decide where to go in these tight situations, and most likely the main IGLs. But now, even with them being down, they full commit onto the A site. And with ALEKSANDAR getting double smoked up at the end, and temperature only having 5 health. It's still a 2v3 while Gen.G look for the retake.
This is a prime position for Moon Raccoons to win the round. The teleport's in play, Gen.G finds temperature, but Rebo's there to take him out of his slumber and find player 1. And there you go, first round, a thrifty at that for Moon Raccoons. Rebo's able to get the double kill with the op, and that's exactly what you want to see. We have seen a disturbing lack of ops coming out in this set between both of these teams. huynh usually plays the ops so much, and now we're finally seeing it. And FIEND, of course, is going to double back and get one as well. We did see Rebo get the double kill. He trades it off for his Jett friend, and now we're going to see a lot more sniping action go on through.
And honestly here, Max, I gotta say, a lot of this does definitely have to be attributed to Shawn, and both Shawn along with huynh being down at the beginning. Because that also means that they also lose the op, and they also lose both of their duelists. So much of their power is taken out. But one being ruptured is Mr. ALEKSANDAR. I'll go look for the aggressive. The Moon Raccoons, they are definitely playing a little bit split up, trying to find and get any information as they can as of right now, but choose not to commit to any side. This is exactly the kind of slow play we wanted to see out of them in Haven, Max.
We've talked over and over again about Moon Raccoons and choosing to go for these purposeful 1v1s. Whether or not it's in their advantage, well, that's for pretty much everyone is saying, maybe not so much in their favor most of the time, but now we're going to see them all band together, scout out the area, and see that A may be the most likely place to take over. However, there's going to be one issue at the very tippity top of A side, and that's going to be called huynh, hiding in the clouds, pretty much, of the heavenly site itself. That's going to be the operator in hand, and they've been proven to be an absolute laser with the weapon, and as we see ALEKSANDAR push on up, that's going to be the first one to go down, smoking themselves out, going to hide and skedaddle out of there. Can huynh find the double kill? Well, the answer to that's going to be found out shortly as Gen.G is able to spot one out, find it through the smoke, take down Rebo.
30 seconds left.
The three main fraggers.
That's temperature. We're going to plant onto the site.
Planted.
And with Jett and Jett watching the site along with Haven as well. Now, we know Moon Raccoons to definitely push aggressively. As soon as the plant is down, this is the usual playbook coming out of this, especially when they go to plant onto A. They love being able to catch any of the teams they're facing out of the rotation, but he does exactly that. Profi gets one, they get one back. Right back onto huynh as they enter onto the site. It's 2v3. Outside of Moon Raccoons, temperature down in hell. You know is the one right above her. They can't do anything. There's not much util left, but gets Shawn, that's big. And a smoke that gets two, in fact, three to the side. Gets us at the counterpart, and Moon Raccoons bring it back 2-6.
2 in a row at that, too, for Moon Raccoons. Beautiful work, out sniping huynh at the top of heaven after how much destruction they had done just before the post plan too. Was really impressive to see. Temperature's woken up a little bit, top of the leaderboard on his team now too. He's able to find those frags, and GMD, he was able to be such a huge playmaker, but he fell a little bit later than Shawn, sure, but just having that lack of that firepower on A side really hurt Gen.G's side for that retake.
Yeah, and with this, I hope Moon Raccoons try to commit to the same similar plays as well. We're seeing at the beginning of the round, the slower plays what we wanted to see, and it was Gen.G was working for them. That Cypher game gets spidered out, and so does, I believe it was just Shawn who was actually left down in mid. And she gets tagged out by the Sova dart too, and along with a little bit of that shock dart. As I like to see, Shawn gonna hold down on mid. Player once peeks him, he gets taken down. Shawn was only just shot up to 32 health. The Profi peeks him down. You know he's there, but he really went ahead and backed off.
Yeah, Temperature, I want to keep an eye on him right now because he's been able to make a lot of these do-or-die, make-or-break plays for Ascent so far. FIEND's able to find huynh again. That's going to be 2 rounds in a row. He's able to outsnipe. I'm sorry, FIEND's able to outsnipe huynh. That's a really important play because huynh has always been on top pretty much at that level. But now that him being gone for the round, you're going to have to rely on a very heavily damaged Shawn, albeit if they don't get any kills. And a MkaeL that's going to fall very shortly after. Shawn and GMD now, just GMD, has to face a 1v4. He's not even near the bomb site. He's going to make his way through the small corridor of either the back of B or through the blind markets of, well, B.
Spike planted.
And now with a spike being planted, it is just the Omen left. GMD gets Profi. Super solid, so that's a really big pick, but he's completely walled off. Now, if I was GMD right now, I would decide to go ahead and take a step back. I wouldn't necessarily try to force anything, considering he has the Phantom, and he still has full shields. So although because of which he'll need 1,000 credits, but they're up 4 rounds. And then totally fine, it looks like GMD will do exactly that. Picks up the op nonetheless as well. So an even better pickup for him.
Yeah, pick up the op, give it to huynh, and there you go. Save even more economy. No, he's going to go back. And that's okay, though. He's going to blind himself out, make sure he doesn't get picked off at the post-plant or post-round timer. That's going to be another round. 3 in a row now for Moon Raccoons. They're starting to put themselves back on the board, but we're coming close to the end of the first half as well. Only a few more rounds in play, and hopefully their Moon Raccoons' defense will be a little bit better than what they can bring out on the attack. At most, they can even things out in a 6-6 half.
That goes there.
And honestly, we hope the same, because this is a much closer match and a much closer than we saw last time. Because Moon Raccoon just seemed completely out of sorts, and unfortunately just not up to par at the level that we've seen them at. But now Mr. Fiend comes in, misses the flick, but it's still some other player once he gets caught out, and there's a lot of ultimates they committed here, Ken.
We've seen MkaeL hold down B almost single-handedly just about every single round now. He's been doing a pretty good job. He has the Thunder Darts. He's able to stave away a lot of his enemies on Moon Raccoons from B main. But one is going to fall, and that's going to be the rest of the team trying to figure out how they can rotate either into B site from a different avenue or if they can go onto A. From the looks of the full rotation we see down below, I'm going to take a guess, Ravish, and say that we're going to see an A side take again. This has worked pretty well for Moon Raccoons in the last few rounds, but if huynh is able to stay alive just like they did for the post plant, this could be another Gen.G round. It really comes down to how the retake's going to be formed, if there is one.
And honestly, usually more often than not, although the A side's favored for Moon Raccoons on the attack right here on Ascent, but as MkaeL gets caught up, though, is immediately just sniped to the face with that ghost.
30 seconds left.
The site is completely open, and B is Moon Raccoons for the taking. And yet again, you see Gen.G, both GMD and just the Jett left.
I'm curious to see what GMD is going to do here. He's going to bait out the Sova. You got to check. Proppy's going to fall. Can GMD bring this back? Well, it's not too late for either team. It's going to be a 4v2, though. Gen.G is man down. They have so much less resources. You're down to huynh and you're down to GMD. It's not too late, though. You're 3 points up ahead. But if you can make this retake now, you're going to absolutely destroy the economy of Moon Raccoons that they spent so many rounds building up. Rebo's able to find GMD. huynh, but just knives out, buns out. Needs to figure out what he can do next. And he's going to find the wrong end of a gun. Bullet to the brain. That's huynh going down, and we've seen 4 in a row for Moon Raccoons in a beautiful comeback so far in this first half.
And the twist at the end of this movie of Knives Out is unfortunately huynh dies. That's the twist of it, gentlemen. There you go, right? Now you get it, right? But like I was saying before, one quick thing I want to go to pot out Profi, my brother. It does not matter what is happening. Like, the world could be ending, your outside could be on fire. It's everything around you could be absolutely awful. Check your corners. No matter what, check your corners.
Oh, yeah, that was not the best play coming out from Profi, but he might be able to make it up. He's been doing a great job this game.
He has? Yeah.
Considered. But now I'm curious to see what he's going to do. Pretty much solo playing mid. He's still going to push forward through the smoke, despite knowing the Owl drone got destroyed. Thunder Dart's going to go down. Even connected. Whoa, on the GMD. Is he going to opt to go for the aggressive maneuver? No, he's going to swerve around. He's going to wait out a little bit. As you can see, that's Ravish move on to A site.
Like I was saying before, A is usually the favorite for the attack of Moon Raccoons whenever they try actually force the push. But one interesting thing that they do here, okay, that we talked about before, is usually as soon as they get control of the site, as whenever the entry in, and flashes come out, but Shawn is there. They don't check him into the flash. He fires almost blind as player one trade going back, and it's still a 4 for 3. And for Gen.G, make that a 4 for 2 for Gen.G. Player 2 not caught out right there in hell, and just waiting to fire down from below.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen next. FIEND has pretty much the angle on player
30
one.
seconds
player
left.
one's able to hide behind that green box, but Gen.G folk are pretty much everywhere, around every single corner. huynh just waiting to see who's going to swerve around next, and that's going to be, well, that's going to be the Sova. He'll be pushing up soon, but the Quinn coming out from FIEND is able to find huynh. I was not expecting that.
10 seconds left.
What a beautiful play. As we do see the Sova peek down. Profi's able to find MkaeL, but
they can't plant. They don't have time.
They don't have time. They can't plant. No, this is going to be another round for Gen.G. So close of a call coming out from Profi. But too little, too late. The stall's on point for Gen.G.
Round for the half.
That is going to be a 4-round streak, almost 5. Going to be broken down by another win from Gen.G.
And honestly, I just want to go ahead and give a massive shout out down, over to player 1. He was holding down the site pretty much almost solo with huynh above him, along with the op. Down there in hell. He did not give Moon Raccoons an inch. Almost got a triple kill at the end of it, and completely eliminating anybody that was there, along with the camera too, with that beautiful angle. So I gotta say, it was absolutely fantastic stuff by him. But like you mentioned, Moon Raccoons just ran out of time. Sorry, I'm so flustered I can't even talk, because at the end of it, it's getting closer and closer here, Keg. I'm running out of breath.
I'm running out of breath too. I feel like I might, I don't even know, might just collapse at any moment, depending if we can see another quick scope play like that again. Profi, though, has been an absolute jack of all trades too when it comes to this game. He's been playing so aggressively, able to scout things out, and Shawn has been struggling a lot too, and finding that headshot against him just proves the point even more that he has not been showing up as much this game as we saw in Haven. GMD is able to clean it up a little bit more and retake that whole entire half of the map. That's just going to give full permission for the rest of Moon Raccoons to encroach onto A site.
We see that with the rolling thunder come up, but player one is still there, and he gets another double. You would think by now they would chant hell. But player one gets sent to heaven by temperature. He's heating up hot. But GMD catches the other side. Double trader here, back and
30
forth.
seconds
I'll
left.
talk about Tim Hortons coffee.
GMD has been playing so unpredictably. If 3K comes out, he finds Fiend, and that's going to be another win for Gen.G. They seem to
Switching
have fallen
sides.
asleep a little bit for those those previous 4 rounds where we saw Moon Raccoons win, but they had found their adaptability again. A lot of that, I feel, comes from GMD. Again, he's been able to swerve his way around the map almost so unpredictably, and I think he's been able to play into how Profi has been playing as well. He's trying to do the same exact maneuver. He has a little bit more utility for intel at his disposal, albeit, you know, the recon darts and things like that, but he's just not able to really make that mark once he finds that opening pick like we saw in Shawn.
Right now, we're going to go ahead and see into, because I do want to go ahead and call out real quick. With the way Gen.G is playing, is you think they're playing basketball considering they got the stats of a triple-double with no assist. Here, Max, which if you watch basketball, it's pretty impressive. But Gen.G,
I don't know that.
that's okay, that's fine. But Gen.G decided to go and attack the east side yet again, use the layer out along with the smoke to get control, and nobody holding it down in hell either. A plant, but the spike is not planted as of yet. But they're all just holding up by a neutral. They can't believe it ruptured. They're all untouched. But Gen.G go and Moon Raccoons go on a complete fuck. This is a backyard brawl, or more like Conor McGregor in the UFC. What the fuck did you say back and
Spike
forth?
planted.
Oh, that was so nasty what we saw Fiend do. That was just a backstab. E2 Brute able to find another one. Profi's gonna be the last one alive, and so far, correct me if I'm wrong, Ravish, we have seen Gen.G effectively win every single pistol round in this set. Haven, Ascent. Maybe if we see map 3, we have to wait and see, but so far, that's 4 out of 4.
And now, Gen.G already, like we said it before, if they win these pistols, they do not lose. They've won the pistol in the previous round. If they win the pistols here, the prophecy will be complete and Gen.G will stay consistent. We said it before, we said it again. They've only lost 1 pistol, I believe that was the phase.
Let's fly.
Yes, and I think that was, they won 3 maps, they won 5, no, they lost on 5 out of 6 of those pistol rounds. Usually that's a reverse scoreline.
Taken out.
But here we are again, we're gonna see a little bit more pistol action.
They're being so aggressive, I don't...
That is absolute destruction, Ravish, coming out from that A main corridor. Wow, I don't even know what to say.
Yet again here, Max, we're left on just questioning and wondering. That was something they didn't need to push. Moon Raccoons are on the defense. Temperature peaks out as well, knowing they're coming in on the rotation. Unfortunately, he catches the wrong end of the gun, like you mentioned, completely at the butt of it. But going back to it as well, huynh is waiting for them in that smoke, and Moon Raccoons just have to hold down that tight angle right in the entry towards the site. As ALEKSANDAR gets caught out too, and it's just carnage.
Shawn was able to find a little bit more luck on the attack, though, it seems, even though we're only, what, 2 rounds into the attack, already a 3K we're seeing from him. He was pretty quiet so far this game, but that 3K is going to put him back on the leaderboard a little bit more. And, again, you have so much firepower on Gen.G's side, and when you're Moon Raccoons playing an aggressive defense, taking these 1vx situations that you think might be winnable 1v1s, there's always going to be someone around the corner on Gen.G's side. They're always there for the refrag.
Almost always too. And want to go on point again before with the same mistakes they make it down Haven. They were guy peeking. They peeked out of the site with 0 smokes, no flashes, and not even the dart to check whether or not they were there. So that's just unfortunate at the end of it, as player 1 shoots out the dart so they know at least 1 is in garage, but not how many, but forces the immediate rotation out of him as he leaves there He forgot his hall pass, probably.
Get with the hall passes. Always missing the hall passes. But we do see an aggressive play coming out from the far left side of the map. It's going to be on B site. We're going to be seeing MkaeL push, Profi push up a little bit more. And again, this is one of those plays you really don't necessarily need to make. There is a lot of influx, a lot of congestion going down on A site now as they push up. Quinn's able to find not one, but zero. As Temperature is able to warm up a little bit, finding one, Profi's able to find another. This suddenly turned into a very coordinated effort. We're seeing a lot of struggle, Ravish.
I like it. I like the rotations that I'm seeing out of Moon Raccoons. With the rotation, the flanks that they brought in as well. It's absolutely beautiful. And I love to see more of it. You know what they did as well, Kang? They didn't push. They slow played it. But player one is just built differently. That's why he's number one. Watch everybody else number two. And Shawn says, boo. Ooh. Oh, not you too.
Oh, so much rhyming there. You're like Dr. Seuss. But there's no green eggs and ham here, unfortunately. It's going to be another round going to Gen.G, and it's been a dominant performance of 11-4 so far. This is double the amount of rounds we've seen Moon Raccoons win on Haven, so it is an improvement objectively, but they're just not able to really find these final moments of the round too consistently. We are seeing a lot more closer 1v1 or even 2v2 actions coming out, but their economy right now is all but destroyed. They're full buying again. They're not opting to their usual and almost trademark overly saving maneuvers. They realize this is now a now or never maneuver.
Now, you made the chess analogy before here, Max. You were talking about their pieces and it's absolutely standard play. So right now, if you are Moon Raccoon, you need to look towards the end game. Where is your queen going? Where are your knights? As Profi goes ahead, moves knight to d4, and trades one for nothing.
An absolute Fort Knox defense coming out for A side. We are seeing Reyna with the spike, maybe trying to rotate out. They're trying to catch out somebody on being on A main. They know exactly people love to play Raccoons, but huynh is not going to win that gunfight. So we Rebo able to find that, but the rest of the team's going to skedaddle out of there and try to make their way going towards mid. Player one, call him Steven Spielberg because he's trying to make his way up, find those angles, and get the perfect shot to take over B site, but Temperature's the only one standing in his way.
And you could even go ahead and call him Michael Bay because you know the shots he's gonna take are gonna be explosive. Here, Kang.
30 seconds left.
And then like Ready Player One.
Yeah, exactly. See, I was thinking about the movie the entire time. I don't really know how to go ahead and interpret that. You let Temperature interprets himself on this shot. It says boom shakalaka ba ba.
I have retrieved the spike.
Oh man, but GMD now is able to find FIEND. 2v2. Can he clean this up? No, GMD's still falling. It's down to Cypher versus Cypher. We're live in the 90s. It's like Spy versus Spy again. Who's going to come out on top? The retake is going to be into motion. Now, we did talk about the metaphors of the high ground and certain movies, but we have Mr. Rebo with the high ground, and of course, having the high ground's not going to work here. Ready Player One's able to find yet another triple kill. 2 rounds in a row now.
Match point.
Player One was able to get that triple kill, and 12-4 is not the scoreline we were expecting to see for Moon Raccoons. 2 maps in a row.
No, it is not, and you have to remember here, Max. This is do or die. This is the closed qualifier, almost somewhat, but if Moon Raccoons, if they do lose here, they do go on to the lower bracket, right? They're gonna go ahead and face the team who I believe who will be the winners between Complexity and I'm forgetting right now, as I'll go ahead and find out. But we're gonna inform you on that. That's a really big shot that does a little bit of chip damage onto all the Gen.G, but Moon Raccoons need to make round and everything after this count, but with Profi getting shot immediately. And there's nowhere to run, says the Sova. Shots between back and forth, but Shawn is just built differently. Shawn, he's your man. If he can't do it, well, yes he can.
Only 2 left alive now for Moon Raccoons. This is, like you said, Ravish, do or die. Their locations are spotted out. Alexandar's already been spotted, but Rebo has not yet. They're gonna be up close together, so if one knows where one's location is, well, you kind of know where both are. Shawn knows to be going for a double kill. No, he's not able to find it right away, but player one is able to take them down. That's been Moon Raccoons gone. Gen.G winning 2-0 against Moon Raccoons, moving on in the winner's bracket. That was some fantastic gameplay. Moon Raccoons, unfortunately, going to go down to the lower bracket, and we're going to see more of them down the line, and hopefully they can watch this VOD review.